was the pregame meeting with the players?
I don't think am I allowed to talk about this or
Yeah, not about the trade. He can't acknowledge it. It hasn't happened yet.
I mean, different mood to this game, I guess we could say. You only had 10 players, I guess, or 9, or however many. Did it feel different?
Yeah, it always feels different. I think the league should consider making the trade deadline, at the All-Star break, just so you don't have to face these games where guys are getting traded half an hour before and a game, and you're trying to process the emotions and trying to win a game. I don't know if it's possible, but it'd be great if we could move it back to or make the last couple of days, before the deadline, like off day. I don't know how to do it, but these are tough days for sure.
I know you can't talk about like the specifics of the trade, but clearly you were having some conversations with guys pregame. I mean, I guess why did you choose to be the one that seemed to go around it? I guess break.
Can I talk about this or no?
That'd probably be fine. Yeah, that's fine. You can talk about that.
I'm the coach. I mean, so stuff like this happens. That's my job. So, yeah.
And, I mean, what did you see within the emotions of your team?
Well, we got off to a terrible start, but bounced back, and I thought played a pretty solid game until the last 3 minutes. You look at the stats, and it's yet another NBA game that makes no sense to me. We have 33 assists and 9 turnovers, and we make 17 threes, and we lose to a team that's 12 and 37. They scored 20 points in the last 3 minutes, and so this game has gotten so crazy. Everybody is capable of putting up 20 points in 3 minutes if it comes to it. And so, overall, we played a pretty solid game. We weren't great, but we took care of the ball for the most part, and had control of the game, 10-point lead in the final minutes, and lost. So it's a tough one, another tough one. There have been a lot of these this year, and brutal loss. But we got to move on. We got another game tomorrow night, and we got to process everything that happened today and move forward.
What happened in those last 3 minutes?
I thought Kessler took over the game with his shot blocking, rim protection. We had a couple of openings and we couldn't score. He had a couple great block shots. We had the one turnover. I think Steph was trying to hit Dray in the lane, but basically the turnover and the block shots led to layups or threes, and I thought we had at least 2 fouls also, like up 10, 3 minutes left. They're bringing the ball down totally away from the play. We foul, we're in the bonus, and then they get free throws and the clock stops. So, that you can't close a game that way. You have to defend without fouling. You have to guard the 3-point line. And you've got to get good shots. But again, I thought we generated a couple of decent looks. Steph made a couple of big ones down the stretch. But Kessler's shot blocking, and then, Clarkson kind of taking over down the stretch. George hit the big 3. So they earned it. And they've had a tough season, just playing, where they are organizationally, and, so happy for Will and his team. That's, they don't get many nights like this to celebrate, and they deserve it because they played their ass off the last 3 minutes.
Was there any real pregame routine? I mean,
No.
Yeah, there wasn't. Like your meeting or anything?
No. We had, our guys were in the locker room getting ready to play, and all of a sudden, we're saying goodbye.
As you, even in your playing days, experienced one quite like that at that time of a game?
You mean in terms of pregame?
The timing of, I know you did one post game or that was.
No, a few years ago in Brooklyn, pregame, Alec Burks and Glenn Robinson got traded, and so similar set of circumstances that year.
How, without getting into specifics, how difficult was that for you? And Anthony's question about you talking to players just an hour before the game.
It's tough. You develop these relationships with guys, and they give you everything and commit to the team, and they've got families. Wiggs just had a baby boy last week. Girls in school. Wiggs is one of my favorite players I've ever coached. Just a beautiful soul, just a wonderful human being, and we don't hang that banner in 22 without him. Everything he brings every single day, the laughter, the smile, the joy, just a wonderful human being. And so I'm going to miss him, and the other guys too. I mean, Kyle is just the ultimate pro. The guy's one of the best professionals I've ever been around. Dennis, we bring in here, another pro, total pro competitor. We bring in here with the idea that, we're gonna have him for a while. And, he moves his family and kids, everything. They just moved into a house last week. So Lindy just getting his career started. He's been great to coach, wonderful young guy. So it's hard, but this is the business. We know that. We talk about it, periodically. And so we, everyone moves on, and you say your goodbyes, and it's hard.
Without mentioning a name, the potential person coming in is a pretty high impact person, player, personality. Is this going to be a big deal to try to adjust everything?
I think this is where I'm treading on thin ice, so I think we'll wait until. We'll wait until the trade is official. I think today is the day to say goodbye to our guys, and I feel comfortable talking about them and what they've meant to us, and what they will always mean to us. And then I think, whenever the trade goes through, then we'll talk about that.
You called Wiggins one of your favorite guys you've ever coached. I'm just curious. I mean, I don't know what you want to share about your conversation, but how tough was that particular?
Yeah, rather not share that.
Is there a protocol when guys get traded, kind of when you're at the stadium, you just say bye, they go back to the hotel, or anything?
Nobody knows what to do. It's crazy. We're lucky we have Eric Hausen, who runs our travel. He got everything organized for those guys. I think they all went back to the Bay, and but there's no protocol.
How did you sort of reboot within an hour to coach a game?
You just do. You don't have any choice, and big game. We needed the game, and that's what makes this such a tough day. For all of us. It's like you go through that, and then at least win the game. So it's a really, really tough day. So, but tomorrow's a new day, and we'll keep pushing forward.
If you can change something about the trades, what would you like to change?
I can't talk about it. Yeah, sorry.
This has obviously happened a few times this year where you guys leave late.
Yeah.
What do you see a thread? Do you see? I mean, what have you tried to do? What can you do?
It's always it's always little things. It's execution. It comes down to execution. So tonight, I think about the two fouls away from the ball when they're in the bonus. We just give them trips to the line. I think about the turnover, a couple tough shots that lead to transition at the other end. I didn't think it was anything egregious, but it's the little things. And like I said, everybody these days, every team in the league is capable of scoring 20 points in 3 minutes. So you leave the door open just a sliver, and that's all it takes. So different world, different league now.
Great, thank you. A couple guys in here, sure.